was brought up on the family farm, and I loved it there. And that's where I developed entrepreneurship, to be an entrepreneur. I would use my dad's tractor and implements, and I'd go to the neighbors and offer to do work there, and I was putting a lot of cash in my pocket. And that was still in high school. But you know what? I was missing an element, and that was people. And I started asking around, you know, where would be the ultimate career, the ultimate job? And it kept pointing to a government job. So that's what I did. I went and got a great job. I was a public health inspector, a building and plumbing inspector. And it was great, but it was still missing something. I was finding that the hard hat was starting to hurt my head and squeezing my ideas and my dreams and my hopes. The tie was choking my spirit. And I realized I had to make a decision. It was a very, very difficult decision. And I resigned to pursue entrepreneurship. But I needed a vehicle. And I started, over a period of 16 years, looking for the right vehicle, something that was going to be able to inspire me, something that I could passionately promote and create an unlimited future of living the life of my dreams, and more importantly, helping others do the same. And I found ViSalus. ViSalus has unleashed the complete, unlimited possibilities that we could ever imagine and hope for. And I'm so glad to share it with you.
Wonderful home, and I loved playing sports in high school, but I hated going to school. I loved being part of a team. My parents, fortunately, told me, baby, you can be anything, you can do anything that you want to do. But when I graduated high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that I didn't want to go to school very much anymore. So I chose the profession of dental hygiene because I could go to school for a short amount of time and make a lot of money. But I finally realized, guys, that I would never make more money than that doctor that I worked for. And when I found this industry, I realized that I could be a part of a team and that I could bless and help people and help their lives, and I've found a whole new way to make people smile.
Old, I moved out of the house. I didn't see eye to eye with my stepfather. I left my mother at home with my brothers and sisters. There was 6 of us. And I moved to the big city, got a job working for the government as a filing clerk. Worked for 10 years in different clerical positions. And everybody kept saying, you're not going to get any further ahead unless you have a degree. So I went to night school for another 10 years. Got a degree. And then I wondered the whole time, why am I here? What is my purpose? Who am I really helping? Pushing papers around? An accounting degree? I didn't really fit the mold. I was good at it, but it was boring. And then I found this industry. And then I found ViSalus. Now I know why I'm here.
Dio Presse Libre, which is Latin for free the oppressed, was the mantra that I carried for 11 years serving with the Special Forces in the U.S. Army Rangers. Free the oppressed was the mission, it was the mantra I carried for 11 years when I found myself broken physically, mentally, and emotionally, and financially. I fumbled around for 19 and a half, almost 20 years in the network marketing industry, and now we carry the mantra of life, health, and prosperity.
Before ViSalus, I was a landscaper with my father. My father is 63 years old, work all the time. Me and my father have no money, I have no time, I have no freedom. have debts. So I have a dream. I got freedom for my family, my mom and my dad. So 2 years later, my family, my mom and my dad, have a freedom. Thanks to you, thank you, ViceSalus.
Failure. That's what I saw when I looked in the mirror. I failed at college. I failed at jobs. I failed at my marriage. I failed at my finances. And I met someone who believed in me. Me, of all people. He encouraged me to read and to grow and to learn. And now I know that all of us, including me, were put on this earth to live a blessed, highly favored, giving, and prosperous life.
We were really, really poor. We would have been on welfare, but my mom was too proud, and I knew from a young age I wanted to be a millionaire, because by being a millionaire, you know, my wife, my kids, and the future generations of our family wouldn't have to go without food, would never know what it feels like to live out of a car. And, you know, plugged into the same system. I was told, you know, get good grades, so, you know, I became an honors student, top of my class. Then, okay, go to college. And I'm like, okay, well, who makes the most money in the marketplace? I'm like, business owner. Okay, so I went to college. After a year of college, I realized that the people instructing me were not running successful businesses themselves. They were just literally reading out of a textbook, so I dropped out of college. I then went to work in the oil field because it was a high-paying career, but I didn't feel fulfilled because I wasn't positively impacting anybody. Got into the fitness industry because it was my passion. You know, realized that, okay, here is some place where I can actually positively impact people's lives. You know, realized the culture of that company was more about the dollars and less about the people. And the fact is, the people that need it most were never coming into my gym. So I wasn't helping the people that needed it most. And, you know, I worked hard and I got into management and I, you know, got promoted. And I started lying to myself and saying I love my job, I love what I do. Well, on the inside, day after day, month after month, year after year, I felt like I was dying inside. I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I felt like I was on autopilot. That all changed when ViceSalus came into my life 27 months ago.
I made the great grades, graduated from college in 3 years, was the youngest person ever hired to my pharmaceutical company for that position. Did very well in the industry. Was told I was so lucky to have one of America's first blockbuster drugs, $6 billion drug. Every single day, I waited and waited and waited for a doctor to just simply acknowledge me so I could tell him one sentence, and then he could sign my computer for the samples because he wanted me out of there because I was interrupting his day. See, I grew up in a family that taught me the lesson that if every single day I'm not waking up and being myself, not wearing a conservative, stuffy suit, working for a conservative company, not wearing my hair in a bun because I thought that would downplay the way that I looked or make me look smarter or feel smarter, wearing glasses that I didn't need. If I wasn't waking up every single day and impacting someone else's life, then I was not living out my God-given potential. And now, I'm just like you guys, a promoter, a soldier in a company with a real mission.